The D-man, Dennis Manoloff, is chomping at the bit. We got lots of stuff to talk about, but right now I got to restrain you when my opening comment as the self-proclaimed voice of truth, so the truth and reason came along. You want to rail? This is the weekly rail on LeBron segment by the D-man, Dennis Manoloff.
Another day after a Lakers loss.
You're still counting?
Look, I was the biggest LeBron honk for the longest time. Okay. Right even beyond him signing with LA, because I said he's entitled to do it.
Right.
Even though that's twice he's left the Cleveland Cavaliers. But since I've watched what's happened this year with the Lakers, I've soured on LeBron. I got to straight up admit it. And it's almost, I want to sit there and say, I'm enjoying it. But
yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I mean, listen, you see, he missed games. He missed, what was it, 18 games?
Legitimate injury.
Groin, no question. And they were, let's not forget, and I need to not forget, they were rolling, relatively speaking, at the time he went down. They were boat racing the Warriors in Golden State at that time. Right. They were in the 4th seed, I believe.
And the question of whether they would make the playoffs or not was not even a question.
There was no doubt. There was no doubt they were getting in. And so you could argue, and it's a valid argument, that if LeBron stays healthy, the Lakers are probably at least the 8th seed. But he didn't. He got hurt, which he's entitled to do, which happens to other players. Yeah. It had avoided him for the most part his entire career. So he gets hurt. But since he's been back, they've been a train wreck.
They've been horrible.
You can't blame it all on the groin.
How many times did LeBron fall and seemingly get hurt and then just get up and walk away and everything was fine? This time he didn't get up and walk away and everything was not fine.
Yeah, and his colleagues or his contemporaries would say, hey, it happens to us, so it can happen to you. But the point is, you watch the way they play, and everything is about LeBron. And, of course, you say, well, where have you been? Yeah, it was about LeBron, and now we wonder, now we don't have to wonder as much why certain players don't want to play with them. And the guy you brought up, Les, is the best example. Paul George.
Yeah. Hometown Los Angeles?
Los Angeles, there it is, man. You can run with LeBron James. And Paul George says, no, I'm good in Oak City with Russ Westbrook, who is going to be dominating the ball, who's going to be the show. He's the man in Oak City. So I'm going to be Robin to Westbrook's Batman, but I'm good with that. And I'm going to do it in Oklahoma City.
Well, when LA started getting Rondo and Stevenson and Ball was already there. A couple of others, it was an accident waiting to happen.
True, and here's the other thing that bothers me, okay? I have always been for players getting paid what they deserve, maybe more than they deserve. I'm players over owners guy, all right? But I've issued a warning, not that any player cares, that if you try to be too much, if it tries to become too much of a players' league, that can backfire. And when it backfires, it can be ugly.
Right.
And you've seen that this season with the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron, the kingmaker, he's going to make all the moves. He and Magic Johnson and Pelinka are going to pull all the strings to do what? To get Anthony Davis out of New Orleans before free agency. We're gonna trade for him. We just are, because we're the Lakers, we're LeBron, we're Clutch Sports, we're Magic, and you guys over there in New Orleans are going to cave. Well, when that doesn't happen, this is what you get.
Yeah, and then the LeBron thing, forcing the Cavaliers into paying more than they should have for J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson, and left the Cavs basically high and dry at that point.
Yeah, and this is why, plenty of people have come at me in recent weeks when I voiced it on maybe Twitter or even my buddies on text. I'm down on LeBron, or I'm not really crying when I see what happens in L.A. And they say, well, don't you appreciate what he did? Yes. You can appreciate what he did for the Cavs. You can appreciate that he was the greatest player the Cavs have ever seen. And yes, he broke the drought with an amazing title. That is never to be taken away from him. And nothing that happens for the remainder of his career will ever taint that legacy. But you can also say, what might have been?
Yeah,
if he stayed.
Couple more.
Yeah, and you have a right as a Cavs fan to say, well, why did you leave the second time? You can also complain that a guy leaves you twice.
Well, he didn't leave for basketball reasons, I can tell you that.
And he'll probably say, I'll get the last laugh by the end of my
maybe.
Lakers contract.